already behind time, so I'm not going to take any more time. I'm passing on to the contest chair. Thank you very much. Do your best, everyone.
Thank you, Patrick. Good evening, everybody. My name is Steve Brewer. I am the contest chair for this evening's virtual contest. And this is the Humorous speech contest. We have 2 contestants. We will be making sure that the contestants are timed appropriately. I've already put in the request that everybody's video is turned off with the exception of mine, the contestant and the timer. I would ask the second contest chair to turn the video off if she can. I believe
it's coming.
She's about to do it. Perfect. Okay. We are going to be. It's very interesting running this as a virtual event. Very different for many of us, and being the first time that we've experienced this. For many of us who've not been to some of the crikey, what are they called? Some of the conventions where we've run virtual contests in the past. This is the first one that we've done at this club, and we're hoping to make this a success. And we're hoping to have a level of discipline here as well in terms of how we treat each of our contestants fairly. We have briefed the contestants on the timing. We've also briefed them on the area in which they can actually present. If they move outside of the screen area, then there is a challenge that they may not score particular points with the judges. However, they wouldn't be disqualified from moving outside of the speaking area, but they need to be visible at all times. We have a speaking order. We have Pedro Casillas is our first speaker, and our second speaker is Yassine Mezain, and we will be treating both of those gentlemen equally. I will be asking each of the contestants whether they've pinned to the timer and whether they can, and are they ready, and they are going to give me the same response, which is I am ready. And then I will give them the response, I can see you, I can hear you, and then I will introduce them. So let's get on with this, and I will introduce contestant number 1. Contestant number 1, Pedro, do you have the timer pinned?
Yes.
And are you ready?
I am ready.
I can see you and I can hear you. This is the Humorous Speech Contest. Our next speaker is Pedro Casillas with a speech entitled To Bise or Not to Bise, Ça dépend. With a speech entitled To Bise or Not to Bise, Ça dépend. Pedro Casillas.
Mr. Contest Chair and fellow members, I don't know about you, but this COVID business is really getting me down. I need to get out more because the ideas that I keep coming up for speech titles is just going crazy. I mean, look at this speech title I've got here. To bise or not to bise? Ça dépend. I mean, where on earth did I get that as a title? And why am I talking about bees? Well, look, I love France and I love the French. I really do. I love the food, I love the country, I love the people, and I love their idiosyncrasies. Oh yeah, I know. Look, we Brits have got them too, but the French, they've got them in spades. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the bise. This is, for those of you who are not quite sure what the bise is, this is the French custom of kissing someone on the cheek, or 2 cheeks, or 3 cheeks. Look, I know other countries do it too, but none of them do it quite like the French. But is it bise, or is it 2 bise? Or is it, if you go to Switzerland, is it 3? No, I know I won't get that response if I ask one of our French colleagues in this club But if I go to someone else, I ask a French person, so is it bise or two bise? They will come back to you and they will normally say, ça dépend. It all depends. So me being a Brit, I say, depends on what? And all I get back from it is, well, ça dépend. So you can see I've got hair, but getting that sort of response really drives me mad. So I thought to myself, well, forget it. I'm just going to make it up on myself. I'm going to decide I'm going to go for two bises. But then that causes me another problem. So which side do I start on? Do I start with the right and then go to the left, or is it left and right, or is it my left shoulder to the right cheek, right shoulder, left cheek, left, right, right, left? Ask a French person, ça dépend, they come out with. Drives you absolutely crazy, and it drives me absolutely crazy because I have no idea. So again, I've decided, well, I'm going to take this away from the French, and I'm just going to say, right, for now I'm going to do two, and I'm going to go left and right. Well, that introduces a third problem. Right, what do you do with your lips when you do the bise? Do you do a Mick Jagger like that, big lips like that, or do you do the Brit pursed lip like this? And again, if you ask a French person, they're going to come back to you. You know the routine by now, don't you? Ça dépend, they say. That all depends. But they won't ever tell you what it actually depends on. So you have to make it up on your own. So I've decided I'm going to go with the old Mick Jagger, like that. Big teeth, like that. But the issue is then, do you make a sound when you go in for the bise? Do you go, or do you go, or do you make no sound at all? Ça dépend, comes the response. Oh, and I think, come on. You can't make up your mind whether it's once or twice. You can't make up your mind if it's left or right. You can't make up your mind what sort of size of your lips. And you can't make up your mind whether you make a sound or not. Oh, yeah, it drives me mad. Ça dépend, as they say. Here's one thing, though. I can give you some advice from having lots of bises. If you should ever find yourself going to a swanky party where everyone is dressed up, they've got all their fine clothes on, they've got lipstick on, and that's the men as well, be careful, don't go early. I spent 30 minutes in a bathroom once where I was covered from face, all over my face, with bises. I had shocking pinks, I had blues, I had black ones, I had even yellow. I have no idea where yellow lipstick comes from, but it was almost like a mess of eaten mess, something like that. It was just the most bizarre thing. So here's a tip for you all. Make sure you carry some wet wipes whenever you go to one of these types of parties. Oh yeah. I'll let you into a secret. I know there are a lot of you who don't will think I'm actually telling lies, but I'm actually quite sensitive, and I've got really sensitive skin. Now, I went to a party once when they were doing all this biz stuff, and my face came back like someone had taken sandpaper and rubbed both sides. It was red raw and horrible. Look, it doesn't take much to shave your moustache and a little stubble there. Ladies, look, if the guys can do it, then you can do it too. It's that little bit there. I have no idea how the ladies manage to do it, but when they go in for the bise, I get this stubble hitting me, and what a stubble hitting, how on earth they get the chin in there, no idea, but they manage it, and it's awful. So please, make sure you shave very closely. Now, talking to men, now, the French men, when they come to doing the bise, now look, I know there are men out there who don't like the bise, but the French men do it really well. It's almost like they're giving you the what's that medal called, the Légion d'honneur or something like that. What they do is they will hold you by your shoulders, they put you like that, and then they will look at you in the eyes, and then they go, and then they hold you again, push you away, and you come away thinking, where's the medal? Hey, looks absolutely amazing. But that's what they're like. Oh, right, Toastmasters, why on earth have I told you this story? I really need to get out, because this speech has absolutely no value. It's not going to make you a better speaker. It's not really going to do anything, really. The only thing it's done, it's made me feel a lot better, because I've got it off my cheek. So, there you have it. Two bise or not two bise? Just ask another Frenchman and you'll just get the same reply. Ça dépend. Well, I don't care anymore. Mr. Contest Chair.
You're on mute.